everyone's anxiety, everyone's anxiety issues are caused by something or some things, um, and everyone who has a social anxiety has a certain fear of something. Like some people have a fear of going into a situation, and um, some people have a fear of being sick or or tripping over or something like that. Um, you know, but my fears, my social anxieties are a fear of I have this fear of like getting upset. I have this fear of starting crying, because I don't know. I just seem to feel like I do think it's because I'm depressed. I do think, and I am depressed, and I do feel lonely. I do feel lonely, and I think I'm depressed, and it's why I don't have a lot of interests. It's why when you talk to me, there's not a whole lot to talk about because I lack interest in a lot of things. I watch certain things. I do have interest, but I don't have like nothing. I don't have a lot. um, but you know, uh, and yeah, this fear of getting upset because when I'm around people, I feel really emotional because you know because I'm jealous that they're all happy and they're all like they've got friends and I feel like I'm just like I just feel like I just feel like I don't know I feel like it's not fair. How come it's like everyone else is happy and I'm just like I just sort of odd out. Like when I walk around, people and stuff, they're all like I don't know, they're all this I don't know, they're all like in groups and friends and couples and I feel like I'm just like and I just feel lonely and I feel like and I think partly due to the reason why I'm lonely and reason why I don't feel like that is because also a lot of it's due to feeling different. I feel different. I feel like I look different to everybody else, which I do. That's not in my imagination. That's a fact. I am different. Um, I also feel like the people don't like me for that reason. Like I feel I don't fit in with the crowd. Um, so when I'm around people, I feel depressed and I feel emotional and I have this fear when I go past people that they can see it in my face. I feel like I look like I'm gonna cry or I look jealous or something or stuff like that. And obviously in the past and still to this current day, when I go past people, they laugh. They'll say something about me or they look at me strangely, and I've developed a fear of that happening. Every time I go out, I fear going past people. I have fear of getting upset or feeling like I look like I'm going to get upset. And I fear them saying something or saying something, making some comment about me or laughing. And I developed a phobia of that. That's what I fear about being around people. I feel a fear of them laughing at me and saying shit. And it happens all the time. It still happens every day in my life. Every time I come out here, every day there's at least someone. There'll be one or two people that'll do it. And it affects it just affects my confidence. Whereas I feel like, and it just makes that belief that people don't like me so much stronger, And it's just like, I just don't like going out for that reason. That's why I don't go out. That's why I fear going out because, and I can't help feeling that. I can't help it. I can't help being emotional. So that's how I dealt with it over the years, is to wear a hat, is to avoid. And when I do go out, I wear a hat and I wear sunglasses because I have to do that to help hide. And the hat isn't helping. I think the hat is making me a lot worse. So I'm definitely not wearing the hat now. I really want to stop wearing hats. And I did actually at one point this year, I did actually have a point for a time I didn't wear the hat. But then after that, I went back into my old ways again and started wearing the hat again. So I did well at one point. But yeah, it's just like fear of getting upset, and I feel weak. I mean, it just makes me feel weak. I feel weak, and I feel emotionally weak, and I feel like another guys see me as a pussy, and because you cry, it's weak to cry. It's weak to show emotion. And I've noticed in society you have to have three of the one of the So if everyone has like there's certain looks, you got to have a certain look. You either got to be emotionless, a zombie kind of look, or you've got to be either smugged and arrogant, or you've got to be like or scowling faced and like thug like you want to attack someone, or you're like a big tough guy kind of thing, you know. If you don't have that look, you know you're seen as a pussy, or you know, or you're not, it's not normal, or you're not normal. It's like weird. People see you as a weirdo or something, or you're not accepted in society. So that could just be my imagination. It's just the way I see things. It's the way I feel, because I don't have any of those looks. I don't look emotionless. I don't look smugged, and I don't look aggressive. I'm not scowling or anything like that, or I don't walk up to you like look like I'm gonna fucking attack you, you know. Or I don't walk around looking hostile and like, come on, man, you know. But I don't know. But this 6-minute video already, so. But yeah, but that's basically what my social anxiety is, you know. With this fear. And also another thing that causes the another thing that makes me have social anxiety and fear being in public places is being nervous. I have this fear of when I walk past people that I'm nervous, I'm shaking, my legs are shaking, I'm kind of wobbling around, I'm kind of nervous, I've got a nervous kind of body language, and it also comes in with the whole like looking worried, as well as that, looking worried and just having nervous kind of anxious body language. That also, you know, even though that is, you know, anxiety making me that way, but now because I now fear, I also now fear that happening. I fear that when I go out, because I'm afraid of being judged, you know, I act with anxiety, my body acts anxious because I'm afraid. So now, and that also gives me fear of going out. I fear of going out I fear of being anxious and looking nervous. So that also is another cause of this anxiety issue I have, you know. Yeah, I'm getting upset, and I feel like I can't help it. I can't help feeling lonely, you know. I have no friends. I feel I look different. I'm different to everybody else. I look strange as well. I look really strange. Apparently, I look really strange as well. That's another fear. I also feel like that around people. I always feel like I look weird, and people think I look weird, and because I get these strange stares on people. People look at me so bizarrely, and that also affects my confidence and makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. And I feel like that's also why I don't like going out, because I don't like when people stare at me. It makes me uncomfortable, because people have this way of doing it that makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't have a problem, like if you're talking to me, like people that if you're looking at me as I'm talking, I don't mind that. I'm not saying I don't like people looking at me at all. I just don't like when people, there's a certain way they do it. Like, I don't like people that just go like that, you know. It's like the ones that just continually stare at you, just like a blank, it's like a mannequin. It's like a mannequin stare. That's what I call it. I call it the mannequin stare, because they just sit still and just go. So it's like, yeah, I've got a name for it. It's called the mannequin stare. Yeah, fuck the mannequin. Yeah, the mannequin challenge is real. You know, people do it all the time. Like, if they were doing the mannequin challenge, they would be successful at it, because they fucking look like mannequins when they do that. Like, they sit in their car, they're sat in their car like somewhere, and they're just completely still and just like looking forward. It reminds me of a mannequin. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, but that's what pretty much my social anxiety is. My fear, that's what my main fear is, and I think I did do this in another video, but I don't, in my head, I don't feel like I expressed and explained it how I want to. So I think this video, hopefully, should be, I think I've explained it better in this video. I hope I have to myself, and I'm a bit more satisfied with this video, because I feel like I explained it better. So yeah, I don't know, but I think not wearing the hat needs to help, and you know, because I know. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I've just got to I just got to accept the way I feel, accept the way I am, accept that showing emotion isn't I can't help the way I feel, you know. I can't help it, you know. So, you know, I've just got to accept the way I am and just learn to live with it and stop being afraid. I've got to overcome that fear, because that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Like, it's a phobia. I have a phobia of going out and being around people because of that, because of this, just the way I feel. So, you know, it's why I don't want. It's why I'm keeping away from medication, because I don't think, you know, I think this is an actual. I reckon my anxiety, this anxiety is a phobia. I've developed a phobia. You know, social anxiety, social phobia. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on these things, and yeah, so I'm gonna make this video because I wanted. It feels good to just vent, and yeah, so yeah.